Hello, everybody, and good afternoon. It's already 12. I just want to kind of go live today and do a 5-card spread here. So, first of all, how is everybody doing on Mercury retrograde? A lot of people are going through a lot of different kinds of emotions that are making you rethink of your past. You might be triggered lately. You might be wanting to maybe reorganize, throw stuff away. Also, with the new moon last night, with energy still there, it's a good time to kind of start thinking of the future, of habits or behaviors that you want to maybe quit or modify and so forth. So, hope everybody's doing good. It's been some crazy energy. So, for the 5-card draw, what came up is we are looking at our love card. I'm going to give you an idea of why I actually, labeled this reading as Understand Your Heart Before We Speak. The whole spread today was all about heart-driven emotions, how we speak and so forth. Then I have here a water card, our emotion intellect card. See, it's upside down. Then we have our integrity card that came up. Okay. Then we have another emotions card, if you can see that. Okay. We have the 7 of Earth being upside down. Okay. So keep in mind, my readings are not time-stamped, which means that if down the road you go through any of my videos and one calls upon you, maybe the title, then you were meant to watch that video at that point in time, and there's a message for you. Okay. If later on you go ahead and you watch this video and there's a message and you take what resonates with you, it's not always meant for everybody. Bits and pieces could be for you. Just to kind of give you just a heads up of how things work when it comes to any of my readings. I'm more of an intuitive reader. So let's explain this one here of the love card. So when this love card comes into your reading, especially in the present, it means that you have to be able to love yourself in the present moment. We can't be thinking of the old you or that future you, or even comparing yourself to somebody else. Is being able to look at yourself in the mirror and knowing that you love all of yourself, the good, the bad, and the ugly. A lot of times, we look at ourselves and we're so quick to start judging ourselves or nitpicking of the things that we don't like about ourselves. And we forget to be grateful and to really look at the parts of ourselves that we do love. And especially when people give us positive feedback or they give us compliments, some of us have a hard time accepting those any of those compliments, because we're at the point of our lives where maybe we just don't really accept those yet. And a card comes up, it says, it's time for you to actually start owning up and accepting that you have a lot of great qualities. If you have a hard time loving yourself, it's good to kind of write down the things that you do love about yourself, or think about the compliments that you've received and write them down. And that way you can remind yourself every day, this is who I am. It's the whole I am, which comes a lot from our solar, chakra, is figuring that out. Okay. So the next one here is the emotional intellect card. When this card comes up in the reverse, it means that a lot of us here in the collective are having our emotions are a bit unbalanced. Okay. And a lot, it could be because of Mercury retrograde. That planet has a lot to do with making us feel or talk how we feel. With the new moon coming in as well, is that we're being pulled from different ways, like very emotional. We might go from really, really upset to really, really like sensitive to crying to, it's just been a really, really tough week for a lot of people. It's going to get better, okay, once you start being able to figure out why you're being triggered, or why something has bothered you, or why you feel really upset about something. Next card is the integrity card. This integrity card in the present means that when we feel a certain way, sometimes we're so quick to just like communicate and just talk how we feel, but it's not always very healthy of what we're saying. Okay, so kind of give you an example. If somebody really made you mad, a friend, a lover, whoever it may be, a family member, and we're just talking, and we're not really figuring out, like, why am I so upset with this person? The things that you say, you really don't mean, okay? You're just talking, and because you're mad, instead of kind of taking a step back and being more responding, I should say, whether versus reacting. Because remember, guys, we cannot take back those words that we say. Our words cut, and they cut real deep. And so being able to be more aware that you want to make sure that you treat it the same way, right? Like, you want them to treat you as you would treat them. So if you don't want them talking about you, if you don't want people, making some snarky remarks about you, or, to belittle you, then we have to watch what we say as well, and also figure out why we're feeling that way, if it's because of something that we've held back for so long. With this planet coming in retrograde, it's going to make you, like, all these emotions that you've been kind of putting under a carpet, it's going to start to surface. And you're going to realize that you're being very reactive more than normal. You're speaking your truth, and you're not sugarcoating anything. You literally have no filter. But at the same time, it has a consequence that goes with it. So be prepared. If you're going to just talk without thinking, then be prepared for that consequence, okay? That's what this planet does to us, and it's been happening. So we have a couple more weeks to deal with. I call it him, okay? Next one again, another emotion card. It's big. This card comes up again, and it's all lining together. It's figuring out what connects to what. So if we wake up and we're just in a really, really bad mood, why are we in a bad mood? Figuring out, processing that ourselves. Okay, why am I in a bad mood? Or why is it that when I went to work, everything was just literally like just triggering me? Or why is it that when I listened to this song, I was bawling? Or when my mom was talking to me, I seriously just wanted to cry. And it wasn't like she was talking down to me. Something was going on. And this is a good time to kind of go within and figure out what's triggering you. Everything connects, guys. Everything connects. Remember that first time that made you feel, remember that moment. It triggers, it connects to your past. You have to heal from that part of it. If you don't heal from it, it's going to keep happening to you. That cycle will keep happening. We need to break it. That makes sense. A lot of times too is that we're trying to heal the same way we've always been able to heal. Some people like to just sit in the room, isolate, maybe hear music. Maybe some people like to go ahead and just use like any kind of, substance, alcohol, food, candy, ice cream to deal with any other emotions. And this is when this card comes up here. It's saying that you need to start doing something different. This is the Earth card. When the Seven of Earth comes up, it means that you have to change the way that you deal with your problems, you deal with any life, things that are happening to you. If you're always doing it the same way, the results will be different. It's going to be the same, excuse me. This card comes up and says, stay off of social media. Go outdoors. Go do something. Don't rely on your phones. We get so connected to Snapchat, to Instagram, to Facebook, Twitter. And honestly, like, we need to stay away, because a lot of times those apps feed into our emotions. They feed into our ups and downs that we're having. Okay, things trigger us. We see things. We see a post. We upset, right? And it's not healthy for us at all. We need different ways to do that, and also being able to realize ourselves that it's a pattern. We can see ourselves having some kind of nervous breakdown. We can see ourselves getting upset. We can see ourselves having an all-nighter of, drinking, or just, binging on food. We can feel it already, but we choose to look the other way because we're not ready to change. So that's a really big thing that I'm seeing. I also took a card out of my Oracle deck, and I don't think we were here last time, but I use an Oracle deck called Wisdom. Okay, and when I pulled it out and I was just shuffling, the card that came out was Risk. See? So if you look at her, she's literally at the brink, and she's taking that risk. It's time to look at life differently. It's time to take that risk. And yes, guys, it's scary to do something different. It's scary for the fact being that you want to take that foot out, and you don't know who's going to catch you. You don't know You know, if there's going to be a stone for you to step on, you don't know. But look at the way that you've been living your life already. Where are you now? Is this where you want it? Is this where you saw yourself a year ago? Is this where you saw yourself 2 years ago, six, whatever it may be? Probably not. So it's time to take that leap of faith, take that risk, and do it differently. Everything happens for a reason. And this is a time to do something differently. Live your life different. Look at life differently. I guarantee that once you take that risk, you're not going to regret it. I mean, you've already been through a lot. The worst thing that could happen, you take that risk and you see life through a whole different set of eyes. It's actually pretty cool once you take it. Take it from me, personal experience. It's a beautiful thing, honestly. Well, but I leave with you guys for today. Give yourself an hour. Get off of social media for an hour. Go do something different. If it's sunny outside, enjoy the sun. Go take a walk. Go do something outdoors, something different, something that's not going to involve technology. You need that for yourself so you can process and you can think. And there's going to be nothing that's going to affect your decisions or your emotions for that 1 hour. Try it. Other than that, I leave you guys with much love and light. As always, you guys have a great Sunday.